Many of you watching this may have been experiencing a problem that you don't have an answer to, and it's left you cold, alone, and scared. But don't worry, I'm here to shine a light in your life and give you the answers you've been seeking. Over the last couple days, a lot of you watching this have probably experienced YouTube running slower than me after a night of heavy drinking. And there's a reason for it. It's not your fault. You're blameless here. You're a victim. Over the last few days, many innocent users have reported issues with YouTube where videos either won't load, will endlessly buffer, completely freeze their entire browser, and just a numerous smorgasbord of other problems when trying to watch YouTube videos or even just use YouTube as a platform. And there's still a little confusion around exactly what happened here. There was a lot of scrambling and panic to figure out what's going on. If it was on YouTube's end, did they secretly roll out an update that ended up fucking itself in the ass or something? Or what exactly is happening behind the scenes? But one thing that has been confirmed is that this doesn't apply to everybody, but everyone that is affected has one thing in common: ad blockers. So if you are one of these individuals that can't load videos right now, or videos that do load start buffering and freezing and don't really get fixed, or your entire browser slows down when you're trying to watch a YouTube video, turn off your ad block right now and it'll fix the problem lickety split. It's the one simple solution, the secret that YouTube doesn't want you to know. Try it yourself right now, and I am guaranteed that your problem will be solved instantly. Now, the cause of this isn't 100% known at the moment. Some sources are reporting that it might actually be an ad block issue as opposed to something YouTube is doing on their end on purpose. Even though this does seem like a nefarious plan YouTube might try given their stance on ad blockers over the last year, where they've made it very clear they view it as the ultimate evil. Like, they're doing their best to crack down on ad block usage, and this PC Gamer article does touch on that, but states that even though this fits into their MO, it's probably not them causing it. They even had a comment from Christopher Lawton, who's YouTube's community manager, that said, "Loading delays experienced by AdBlock and AdBlock Plus users are not caused by our AdBlock detection efforts." And then goes into more detail about all of it, and even mentions that that statement can be taken with a pinch of salt, given YouTube's track record. Now, obviously, I'm super dumb stink brain when it comes to very technical things like this. However, when I started experiencing this problem a few days ago, I tested on multiple browsers with like native built-in ad block and still got the same problem. So I don't know if it's specific to just ad block and ad block plus. It seems like it's a more widespread issue than that, which leads me to personally believe YouTube has some kind of hand in this at the moment. The motivation for doing something like this should be pretty clear. They'd want to drive users to either turn off their ad block or subscribe to YouTube Premium, which gives you the ad-free experience, and I've tested with my YouTube Premium account, no problems whatsoever. None. Not a single hiccup. Smooth sailing. So if this really is part of YouTube's strategy here to get users to do one of those two things, that shit is tragic. To ruin their service for anyone that doesn't play by their no ad block rule or pay for it is rough. That's brutal. Now, when I first started experiencing this, I did the number one thing I always do when experiencing a problem. I called up Matt to see if he was having the same thing, which I bet a lot of you have noticed is a very common trend where anytime something's gone awry, I immediately phone a friend and call Matt. He's like my Powerpuff Girls and I'm the mayor. I just always hit the hotline and beg him to help me fix something. But he wasn't at the time, so I wrote it off as it just being some kind of glitch or some kind of service outage that I was experiencing. I didn't want to toy around with the idea that I was the one boofing loony juice here, thinking that YouTube was artificially shitifying its platform for anyone with an ad block. They've made it very clear how much they hate ad blocks and they've waged an open war on it, but this feels like some kind of war crime, to make the platform almost unusable for anyone that uses an ad block. That seems too far. That's like using Agent Orange or White Phosphorus in a battle. Again, nothing is completely confirmed here with what happened in all of this hoopla, if it's YouTube's fault or if it's something that went awry with the ad blocks. PC Gamer makes a great article that makes strong arguments for it being an ad block problem, not a YouTube one. However, there is a mention of uBlock Origin not being affected there, and from what I've heard from people I've talked to, as well as what people were saying on stream, uBlock was affected briefly, but they quickly rolled out an update that fixed it. So if it was an ad block problem, I don't see why that would have also affected uBlock temporarily, if it truly did, if those are real reports. And also, it wouldn't explain why when I tried to use other browsers with their built-in ad block, I also still experienced the problem. To me, it still seems a little more widespread than just that, but perhaps it really isn't a YouTube issue. It's just, right now, to me, it seems like YouTube may have had some kind of hand in it, but again, no one knows for sure right now. All we know is it's a big stinking mess here, and hopefully it gets sorted out, and hopefully this isn't an actual strategy here from YouTube to push people to pay for premium or turn off their ad block, because that'd be super scummy. That'd be very bad. That'd be super naughty, YouTube, if you're watching this. Yucky. Hopefully that's not the case. I talked about it a little deeper on stream and talked with Stream about their experience with it, so I'll go ahead and show you all that. Ad blocker gang. You just reminded me of something. Anyone using an ad blocker, have you noticed YouTube being almost unusable? Because I use an ad blocker, and YouTube will not load a single video for me anymore. It stutters, it freezes, it stops. Overwhelmingly, yes. So they're artificially doing that, right? They have to be. Because on this account where I have YouTube Premium, it's totally fine. Or if I go incognito, it's totally fine, because the ad block is off. And I've talked to a bunch of people, and it's 50-50 on people that use ad block and having an horrible experience and people that are still fine. So I'm thinking what's happening is they're rolling out, like very slowly and subtly, this artificial shitification of this YouTube service if you're using an ad block. So instead of just going whole hog so everyone's experiencing it, it's only certain people, like certain chunks. Yeah, that's actually already been confirmed. Has it? I haven't heard about it. I remember there was like a theory floating around a couple months ago that that might happen, but I didn't think that got confirmed. YouTube is on a war against ad blockers. The video platform has been deliberately reducing its site speed for viewers who use ad blocker. The strategy of slowing down the platform started last year and is now reportedly reaching more users. This was reported 22 hours ago from Ars Technica as well. Yeah, wait, so this is actually confirmed. No tinfoil hat conspiracy here. This is the goddamn truth. A video at the top of Reddit post shows what some users are seeing. A video with an ad block on can't load quick enough to keep up with the playback speed, which isn't normal, it's maybe 2x, and has to pause at around 30 seconds. Turning off the ad block immediately improves loading performance, with the white line on YouTube's progress bar showing significantly more buffering runway. Users report that the ad block detection causes strange issues like lag. Yes, it doesn't work sometimes. That makes full screen or comments not work. Or Chrome being unable to load other web pages while YouTube is open. It like tanks the entire performance of your PC if you try and use YouTube with an ad block right now, for me. They're not just fighting ad block, they're actively making non-premium account usage worse. I don't know, because if I just turn off the ad block, it fixes it right away. So I feel like it's just ad block. Obviously trying to push you subtly to get premium, but if you turn off ad block, it fixes it. And I've tried this with every browser too. When ad block is on, it shitifies the experience on YouTube. When ad block is off, it's fine. I've done this with every browser I can find right now, except Edge, because I'm not even going to bother. But everything I try it on, this happens. So that's why videos keep lagging. Yeah, that is 100% why. If you turn off your ad block right now, I guarantee whatever video you're trying to watch, smooth sailing. I literally looked this all up and they updated uBlock Origin and fixed it. Well, if you're using uBlock, I guess maybe that fixes it. I don't know. I don't use uBlock. I just use the ad block. And then I use the built-in ad block for the others as well. Maybe that's also the reason for the audio lags during your stream on YouTube. Oh, interesting. Yeah, for everyone that reports the audio lag occasionally on YouTube streams, maybe it is because of the ad block. That is very interesting, because Twitch doesn't have that problem, and it's not an OBS problem, because I can see it on my end. So maybe that is why. It lags your entire browser if you have a YouTube tab open with ad block. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It makes the entire fucking computer run worse if you do that. It's crazy. It's craziness. That has to be illegal, right? Am I on crazy pills right now, or is that like actually illegal? Tanking your service to try and push people to a paid version of it or something? There's no way that's allowed. What would that even be called? Extortion. I don't know about extortion. That might not apply. They own it, they can do what they wish they believe. Yeah, but you can make an argument that YouTube is somewhat of a monopoly, and by tanking its service like this to try and push you to the premium or whatever, or punish users for trying to use its service in a free capacity, that it's gotta be some kind of violation. Like, there's absolutely some kind of consumer protection for shit like that. Apple did it with their phones to push its users to get new phones. And didn't they face a huge issue for that? Yeah, iPhone owners were part of a class action lawsuit against Apple alleging it deliberately slowed down its old iPhones to get people to upgrade to the latest model, and they're finally getting their payout. A judge has cleared the way for the payments to proceed, as reported last week by SiliconValley.com. So they did face repercussions for it. You can't do that, really. Oh, and they're paying out $113 million. That's some big clams. That's literally nothing to Apple, though. No, but it's still a big settlement. And it still shows that you can't do that. Like, you're not really allowed. Have you had a gooning sesh today, brother? You need Jesus. ASAP. God bless. Good Lord. No gooning for me today. Dude turned off the ad blocks and the computer's running 100% better. That's actually insane. I know, it's not a conspiracy. They are actually just doing it. Guys, gooning is just jacking off. Oh my god, don't you ever say that again. Not in this dojo. Not in this sanctuary. Gooning is like 10 levels above just jacking off. Watch what you say, mister. Wash your mouth out with some soap.